It was 2 a.m. when I was jolted awake by the sound of my phone vibrating on the nightstand. I groggily reached over, expecting a message from work or maybe just an update from a friend. Instead, the name on the screen was my wife's, Amanda. I frowned. She rarely called this late unless something was wrong. "Hello," I answered, trying to rub the sleep from my eyes. "Hey, David." Amanda's voice was soft, but there was something about it that made me uneasy. "I'm at Sarah's. Don't worry, I'll be home soon. I just needed some space." I sat up in bed, the unease turning into a dull ache in my chest. Space? It's 2 a.m. What's going on? I asked, my voice thick with confusion and concern. "I'm fine, I needed to get away for a little while," she replied, her tone distant, almost mechanical. "I'll be home soon. I promise." Before I could say another word, the line went dead. I stared at my phone, confused and slightly alarmed. Amanda had always been a night owl, but something about this felt off. Why was she at Sarah's so late? Why didn't she want to talk more? I ran my hands through my hair and tried to shake off the feeling, but it lingered. I glanced over at the empty space beside me in bed. Amanda and I had been drifting apart for a while now. The distance had started small, but it had grown over the past few months. Late nights, unexplained absences, the coldness in her voice. I'd noticed the signs, but I had told myself I was just being paranoid. But now, sitting in the silence of our bedroom, I couldn't ignore it anymore. I tried to call Sarah, Amanda's sister, but it went straight to voicemail. That wasn't unusual. Sarah was known for being elusive, always too busy to pick up her phone. But the knot in my stomach grew tighter. Something wasn't right. I decided to get up and make a cup of coffee, trying to shake off the unsettling feeling. As I walked into the kitchen, I heard the front door creak open. I froze. Amanda was home already. I turned, expecting to see her, but instead I saw Sarah standing in the doorway, her eyes wide and her posture stiff. She wasn't wearing her usual friendly expression, the one she wore when she visited us. Instead, there was a look of unease on her face. "Sarah," I asked, my voice confused. "What are you doing here?" She hesitated, looking at me with a mix of guilt and something else I couldn't place. Amanda's not at my place, David," she said quietly. "She asked me to come over. She didn't want to be alone." I felt the ground beneath me shift. "What do you mean?" "She called me just now. She said she was at your place." I stared at Sarah, trying to make sense of it. "I'm sorry, David," Sarah said, her voice soft but steady. "I don't know how to say this, but Amanda's been seeing someone else. She's been lying to you for a while. I couldn't keep it from you anymore." My head was spinning. The room seemed to close in around me, and my legs felt like they were going to give out. "What?" I whispered, barely able to process her words. "How long? How could she do this?" Sarah looked down, clearly uncomfortable. "I don't know, but I do know she's been seeing him for a few months now. She didn't want to tell you, but she doesn't love you the way she used to." I stumbled back, my hands gripping the counter for support. I thought we were fine. We've been distant, sure, but I didn't think she'd... I couldn't finish the sentence. The betrayal felt like a physical blow. "I'm sorry," Sarah said again, but the words felt empty. I didn't know what else to do. I didn't want you to keep living this lie. I took a deep breath, trying to steady myself. I had to know more. "Where is she now?" "Where did she go?" "She's with him. She told me she was going to stay the night with him," Sarah said, her voice barely audible. "I'm really sorry, David. I never wanted to hurt you." My mind was racing. The words Sarah had said echoed in my head. Amanda was seeing someone else, lying to me, and all the while, I had been too blind to see it. I tried to speak, but the anger and heartbreak twisted inside me, suffocating my words. "David," Sarah continued, stepping closer, "I know this is hard, but I think you deserve to know the truth. You don't deserve to be in the dark anymore." I couldn't look at her anymore. My heart felt like it had been ripped out of my chest, and I couldn't breathe. I turned away, pacing around the kitchen. The weight of what had just been revealed was too much to process. It was then that I heard a sound. The front door opened again, and footsteps entered the house. I turned, half expecting Amanda to walk through, but the figure I saw wasn't her. It was the man, the one she had been seeing. I felt my stomach drop. My mind spun in circles as the realization hit me like a freight train. She wasn't just lying to me, she had moved on. And now, this man, this stranger, was standing in front of me, as if it was all normal. "I should go," Sarah said quietly, her voice breaking the silence. "I just thought you should know." I'm really sorry, David. I didn't know what to say to her. Oh, she had told me the truth, but I didn't know what to do with it. I couldn't make sense of it. I just stood there, watching her leave, while the rest of my life began to crumble.